my name's Miranda, and today I am here to review the new movie Suicide Squad, which is the new DC movie that stars Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang, Katana, Enchantress, and probably some other people that I'm forgetting about. But yeah, I've been so excited for this movie since last year when I did my first initial trailer reaction, because I thought this would be such a good different take from other DC films, since we're going about the bad guys and how they're going to help save the world, because bad guys shouldn't help save the world, they should destroy it. It just goes against their nature, and it was really complex and a really cool idea, and it just seemed really fun, and I was so super excited, especially to see Harley Quinn in all her glory, because I love Harley Quinn so much, and this was the first time I was ever going to see her be portrayed by someone, so I was super excited for this. Suicide Squad has been getting some pretty tough reviews with the critics lately, just like slamming it, and I don't necessarily agree with them. Like, I get probably where they're coming from, because like Suicide Squad isn't gonna win any awards, but then again, what superhero movie really is besides The Dark Knight? So my thing was, I was just going in expecting a really fun movie, and for the most part, I have to say, while I don't agree with the critics, this movie wasn't as good as I was hoping it was. That doesn't mean it's bad, it's just that I again was expecting it to be a lot more fun, a lot more kind of just like no holds bar. I felt like it was holding something back, and I don't know if that was just because of the whole Batman v Superman debacle, where that kind of didn't do as well, so then all the attention shifted over onto Suicide Squad and it was getting suddenly a lot more attention and the studio was stepping in. I don't know if maybe they wanted to pull it back a little, but it felt more reserved than I expected it to, and it felt just like a little more generic, I feel like, in terms of plot, whereas like it was like, okay, we have this bad guy, we fight, we don't get along, okay, now we all get together and then we're all good again. Like, I don't know, it didn't break the mold for me. I feel like sometimes it got to that point where you could see where it would be something different and something cool, but it never really fully reached its potential, which was disappointing. However, I still really did enjoy it. It just, again, wasn't what I was hoping it was. Like, it wasn't as good and as fun as just like entertaining and enjoyment as I was hoping. Overall, I really did like it, and there were also some very strong parts. I think Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was fantastic. Like, I know I said this movie wasn't going to win any Oscars, but I feel like she literally should be nominated for something for her portrayal, because she was just perfect. Her mannerisms, the way she talked, the way she acted, like all of it was just essentially Harley Quinn, and I loved it so much. Just like it was perfect, honestly. Will Smith was also really good as Deadshot. I didn't know too much about him, but he was really cool. Also really like the dynamic between Harley and Deadshot, how they kind of work together as like these co-captains, and how we kind of got a hint at maybe they're going to be something more someday. The biggest issues I had was with the Joker. I just like didn't like the Joker, and I knew I wasn't gonna, because Jared Leto is a really creepy man, and like, I don't know, like my friend says like his mannerisms are good, which is true, and that like he's unexpected, you don't know what he's gonna do, but it was just like too comical for me at some points. Like when he would hold his hand up and there was like a face on it, I was like, that's really dumb. Or like when he would do this creepy laugh, like I swear like he just thought the Joker was like 95% laugh, 5% other things, because like every other word he was like hee, and I was just like not here for it. I do have problems with the Joker and Harley Quinn as a relationship, because I feel it's very abusive and it's not equal, but I do give props to the movie for not trying, they were trying to make it as least problematic as they could. And that, I mean, like, you kind of saw that Harley was like already crazy. Like, it wasn't really him pushing her to do these things so much as like she wanted to do those things. So like, I appreciated where they were coming from with that, and like trying to say like, it's not like the Joker turned Harley into this thing, it's that she already was. And like, they even had a line where Amanda was like, she's crazier than the Joker and even more fearless or something like that. So you're kind of supposed to see that like she wanted this lifestyle, which again, I appreciate that take on it and not making it so problematic, but at the same time, just the whole lore, the whole history of the Joker and Harley is so watered down in problems and abuse, relationship victim kind of things, that I can never be for them, like a pro shipper for them, and I never can really enjoy it. I would have rather like she been like kicking his ass and been like, you left me to drown in the car because I told you I couldn't swim and you still crashed it, like F you buddy. Like, I just would have liked that, I feel, more than the thing we got where she was in love with him and wanting to have his babies and have a whole life with him. Kind of on the opposite side of that, I really did enjoy the relationship between Flag and June. I thought that was a really cool one. People have problems with that as well, because like he was kind of pushing her to be the Enchantress when she said she didn't want to, but like, I'm I had issues with that too when he was like yelling at her like, just, you gotta do this, but at the same time, like, I understand more because like Amanda Waller was threatening him that, oh, she was just gonna take June and sedate her and make her be Enchantress like all the time 24/7 because she would never be conscious when she wasn't Enchantress. So I mean, I like their relationship, and I like that the whole thing kind of rests on June. That's what gets everyone back, is Rick and June's relationship, and they're kind of like, we screwed up all our relationships, like, let's help this guy get his back. I really, really did like that. And you could see, like, on Harley's face when June died because Rick crushed her heart, that, like, Harley was, like, super broken up because it reminded her of what happened with her and the Joker. And I think, like, Harley's definitely a person, like, she loves love as much as it is for suckers. So I think, like, to see them lose their love like she thought she lost the Joker, I think was really hard on her. And another thing that I think Margot Robbie did very well, like, she just did well. Like, the thing to me that makes a really good actor is when you do well, even when the camera isn't, like, you're not the main focus of the scene, but you're reacting well to it. So I think what I really liked too was she just had really good mannerisms, really good, like, details they were adding to the scene or the set or something like that. But one that I really liked was when she thought the Joker died and she was like crying and stuff like that, and then they all came out, the Suicide Squad, and she like changed her mannerism in like a second. She didn't want to see her weak or see her cry, and she was just like, oh, I missed you guys, and like they all kind of knew, like, okay, no you didn't, but like they all just kind of accepted it, and I like that. Like, again, I would have liked the camaraderie of the Suicide Squad to be a little bit better. I did like their whole drinking scene when they were kind of like just telling their problems and stuff like that. Like, I think that was really good, but I just would have liked it a little bit more if it was more fleshed out. I feel like sometimes we were so focused on each character and us getting to know them that we didn't care about the parts as a whole, like how they work together. So, I mean, overall, it was a strong effort, I would say, and I would definitely be interested in seeing another movie from them. I like that it was kind of them against the world. They didn't really have anyone else helping them or anything, aside from, you know, the Navy people that were working with them. Enchantress, she wasn't that interesting of a villain because, like, you knew, like, this wasn't going to work out in, like, 5 seconds. Like, you can't control an evil witch. Harley Quinn is one thing. An evil witch that has, like, no allegiance to anyone is another thing. So Enchantress, for me, I think they could have gone with a better villain, but I like that they kind of kept it small. Like, it wasn't like they were as small as an evil witch who wants to possess all of Earth can be. It wasn't like she still had an emotional connection to the team, you know? Like, it wasn't like it was just this random person and they were like, okay, we're gonna go do it. So I like that. I just would have wished, I think, a little more backstory on the characters and a little more of them coming together. Like, Captain Boomerang, I really liked. I thought he was funny when, like, Rick was like, okay, you guys can leave, and he just, like, runs off with his 2 beers and is like, yeah, I'm gone. Like, I just would have liked to know more about them as a whole, I feel like. And I'm so super excited, though, that we're gonna get a Harley Quinn spin-off movie because she was definitely my favorite part of this whole series. And, I mean, her and Deadshot were awesome together. Her alone, she was awesome. I'm just super excited. And I really did enjoy the movie. I think I would end up giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't perfect, but it was entertaining. And it wasn't as great and as fun as I wanted it to be, but it was definitely better than some of the other things DC has been outputting lately. So I really enjoyed it. And I think overall it was a very satisfying movie. So I think that's about going to do it for this review. If you've seen Suicide Squad, please feel free to leave any of your thoughts, comments down below. You thought of the Joker, Harley Quinn, everyone involved, because I honestly hated the Joker. I'm so sorry to say it, but I hated it. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below to make all sorts of new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!
And we'll see you later. And we'll